anything's going to bite today or not. It has been one of them days already. And I still got COVID. So I've been fighting stuff. So, yeah, this is where we're at. I don't know if you guys can see there. Of course, this thing's not want to sit still. And it's finding no rock. Man, what a day. It's always something. A minute, guys, I'm trying to adjust the camera. Or trying to pick, don't move and roll and all this crazy stuff. I don't know why it's doing it. It never done it before. Now it's wanting to roll every time I turn around. I can't stand there and hold it and try to fish. That's going to have you in sideways. Sorry about that. Trying to find two rocks to stack up to make it sit still. Well, I thought I had it here. These two. I guess not. They're sideways, but nothing. I was going to slide my rock off. Oh, come on. I guess that's better than nothing. At least it's sitting there now. Anyways, appreciate anybody's coming in. I ain't going to be able to watch along. My other phone's not wanting to connect out here today. And I'm sorry about the way I sound, but I got trying to get over COVID, so, but I'm by myself. I'm not around nobody, so that's a good thing. But I got a big bass a while ago. I've been down there about an hour. He spit it out at the last minute. It made me so mad. He was a begging to hit the top of the water. And you know that commercial where you see him spit the hook out me? Oh, that's the way he done me, basically. Big old bass. But that, yeah, I can't count it because I didn't. It is frustrating. It'll probably be the only one. But they've not been biting too great today because of the, I guess, because of our weather change. We've cooled down a lot here. It was really warm, and now it's like 70 today. Beautiful day for fishing. Just don't, I don't know if it's going to be a good day for fishing. I've not caught nothing. I've had bites, just a few for sure. But I think it's because I'm off my game because of being, but who knows. But they have been biting some, but not tremendously. The first day I come down, I don't know what's going on. There has been a bunch of turtles popping their heads up, so it could be the turtles. In fact, right there went one that just went down. The little turtles are everywhere today. But we're gonna see what we can do, anyways. I enjoy coming out and just sitting and relaxing. I can't stand in the house no longer. I've been there a couple of days already because of this crap. Can't stay in the house. But this new wave coming around, if anybody's not caught it yet, it's not too great. You get a lot of congestion, diarrhea, you're nauseous to your stomach, you run fevers. Of course, I guess now mine's turning into can't talk, which is probably a good thing for my family. That way they don't have to at me. And the yellow jackets has been bad today too, and the mosquitoes. That's the only bites I've really got much today of is mosquitoes. They've ate me alive. I think they think I'm dinner or something. Go on, V. Get out of here. Leave me alone. But I have been getting some bites. Just ain't been real big bites. I think the turtles has got them scared off. Of course, I don't know when the weather changes like this, when it clouds up, if it don't give them where they can see good or not. Nothing. I don't know. I don't know if it affects the fishing or not. I know that when it rains, it affects them because they got plenty. But it's not rained here in a few days. We have cooled down a lot though. In fact, our high for this coming week like only 77. So this is like fall already. And I mean, it's just now in wrapping up summer, but it's over with yet. And here it is, 77. This has been a crazy year for weather. I don't know if that's a sign of what we're going to be in store for this winter or not, but I don't care. I like cool weather. I like hot weather. I like every changes in the climate. But if you come in, say hello. That way I know you're here. I never know how to set this thing to see the comments much, so sometimes I can see them, sometimes I can't. Depends. It is saying waiting for gas, and I see two of you are in here. Thanks, welcome, coming in. Protect yourself. Try not to get this big C word, since we're not supposed to say the other word. But it's a rough strand going around, guys. I will tell you that. And see, I have no choice but to catch it because my son works in the hospital and he cleans COVID rooms. So guess what? He brought it home to me. Yippee! Yeah, there's a big turtle. If you see my bobber, see the bubbling? There's a big turtle right beside me. That's why the fish is not biting. The dang turtles again. I've seen a bunch of heads today. I hope it's not that big, and I hope he don't get on my reel, because if he does, he can have the reel. I don't care. I'm not fighting no snapping turtle today. I probably should have stayed home and stayed in the bed. No, I can't stay in the house no longer. It drives me nuts. I think I got a little nibble, but I wouldn't swear to it. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Mine's been just peachy. It's a beautiful pond, though. If there wasn't so many cars here today, they're having a funeral dinner, and so it's real busy today. I would have went to the other side and showed you around the building today, but since they're having a funeral, I'm not gonna bother the traffic and getting around the cars and stuff. They've got a lot of people here today. They must be having a funeral dinner because they rent the building out some to local people that wants to have some kind of event to make extra money for the club, which is a good thing. I mean, it's hard to find places to rent places to have parties, to have events when you need them and stuff like that. So it's handy to have that. It just ain't been biting too great today, though. I don't know if it's the weather or if it's the turtles. Probably both. Probably both. I had a white floater on there too, and I couldn't see it, so I had to change it to yellow so I could see it better. I didn't think mosquitoes was out there today, but dang it, they ain't bad today here. They're horrible here today. There's a lot of water flowing through the culvert. I figured a big bass would bite right up in here, but except for that one, it was about 10 more feet from where I'm at now is where I hooked the big bass. More over towards that sign where that guy was talking about he caught that day. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get anything today or not. But I had two choices: out and fish or sit home and still be sick. So I figured I'm gonna come out and fish. You know what I mean? I'd rather sit here and look at the water and fish than to sit in the house and look at the TV. Gets bored in the house. I figure winter will be here soon enough, and person I have plenty of time to sit in the house then. I got a good bite a few minutes ago over here, right before I went live. But that's where the bubbles has been. So I don't know if they're gonna bite or not. I've been trying to snag a bass. I wish I'd have caught that one though. He was a biggin, but he did his went up as pretty as could be though. Done that little twitch and just spit the hook right out. You talk about frustrate. That was frustrate. We got something moving it now, guys. We had a little action. Dang it, I missed it. Missed it. Maybe he'll come back to bite. See if he does. Well, we can always sit here and tell stories. I can remember the time when I was younger. We went back down. You guys watched my one about talking about New River. It was an old place we went fishing years ago, and only the local people knew about it. It was just a dirt path trail that somebody made off over the hill to go down to the river to go fishing. And the pond was called New River. Not pond, but I mean river. Anyways, we went down there one night. We decided we was going camping. Mama and me and my stepdad and my two brothers. We load up. We go down there. We take all our stuff down there to go camping. And nobody ate all day. I mean, we was all hungry. The mama decides to make start a fire. They're gonna make some chicken on the fire down there. Well, we went to this one old store, and the, the chickens what didn't look too great. But anyways, Mama bought one, and we brought it on there. And anyways, she started putting it on that fire, started cooking it, and she cooked it, and kept checking. It wasn't done. Took it longer, it wasn't done. Kept cooking that thing, it wasn't done. And about 4 hours later, the thing which looked like it was burnt to pieces. But that thing was not still completely done. But that chicken was so chewy that the more you chewed on it, it was like rubber. It turned that chicken into like rubber. And the more you chewed it, the more it stretched. And we all sit there that night and starving to death trying to eat a rubber chicken. But it didn't turn out too well. Mama was so disappointed because she thought she was making a good meal on that fire down there. So we ended up having to wait till the next. Basically, we all ate what we could of the chicken, but it didn't go too well. Waited till the next morning. She got up, made us some good old bacon on the fire. If you ever have good bacon fried on a fire outside, it is really good that way. She made us some fried bacon and some scrambled eggs. Oh, we was all so hungry. Me and my brother just about knocked each other down trying to get to the dang food. We so hungry. And then there was one time my stepdad, he was fishing, and he was a heavy drinker. And he was fishing, and he caught a fish. Well, I don't think he caught it. I think Mama caught it. Anyways, one of them caught a fish. So he decides he's going to lean way over the bank and pull that fish up with the net. Here he is. He's about 3 sheets in the wind, could barely stand up. And Mom's like, "Nah, let it go. I can't. If I can't get it in, I can't get it in." He's like, "We're not losing this fish." So he leans way over the bank, barely could stand up. Next thing you know, the old man's falling on the top of his head in the water. He was so mad, and he didn't get the fish, but he lost the net. One of us kids ended up having to dive in to get the net, but he fell in. He's soaking wring of wet. He was madder than the devil. We used to do a lot of camping events when we were younger. That to him was a vacation. We didn't get to go on vacations. We went to the river for the weekend. And sometimes it didn't feel like you was going fishing. It felt more like a punishment to have to go. Because his fishing trips all the time didn't turn out too great. Time you went off, you could only go and park so far though, and you had to still walk probably from, oh, I don't know, probably to, I don't know if you can see it, but that tan building way over there on the other hill, you still had to walk from the car to there to get down to the water. And I can remember having to pack all that stuff down there every time we'd go camping. You'd have to carry the coolers and the fishing poles and the worms and covers and whatever you needed for camping that night, sleeping bags or whatever you want to call them. But I can remember having to pack all that stuff, and it was a miserable. I mean, here you take it, he wants to go camping, and yeah, it's 90 some degrees outside, and you're having to pack all that stuff. You're like, you don't want to do it. When you're a kid, you don't want to do something like that. You're like, I'd rather be at home or at one of my friends' house hanging out than doing this crap. But he always wanted to go camping. He'd make us go with him. That was our vacation. We went camping. And then they'd want to sleep in a tent. It'd be so hot and miserable. You couldn't stand to sleep in them things. Who would get a bite, guys? If I quit missing them, though, I keep missing them every time I turn around. And they quit biting for a moment. Oh, bugs. The bugs are bad today. I don't know if it's because of the cooler weather or what. I don't know. He probably got the worm that quick, just in that little bit of biting. They've been really bad for stealing your worms here. They're really bait robbers are bad. I bet he got my worm that quick. No, he didn't get it all. He got some of it, but he didn't get it all. Uh, hey, we'll try a little harder to see. Maybe we can get somebody stirring up. Maybe the sun coming out a little bit, giving them the courage to fight and come out alive. I don't know if this is anybody in. Is anybody in? Ah, this stupid thing. I don't know if it's gonna work if I let it go sideways, guys. Can you guys see there, or does it knock it off? It's got something across the screen, and I'm trying to see what it says. They gotta make this stuff always so complicated. It don't want to sit right today for some reason, and I don't want to be sideways video. That gets so aggravating. I don't know why in the world it has to do that. It does it every time anymore. If I tilt these anymore, you ain't gonna be able to see the water, I don't think. You need to be up where you can see. Dang it. Oh, this aggravating thing. Everything's got to be complicated, you know what? Give me just a minute, guys. I'm playing with trying to get it to straighten up, sit level where you can see. Every time I get it set, it's fall. You sucker. There we go. Now if I just leave it alone, I appreciate whoever's come in. It's just telling me waiting on guests. So If you don't text a message, I won't tell me who's in. But I've not caught nothing today. I've got bites. I've missed, I don't know, a few, but they've not been biting tremendously, that's for sure. I don't know. It may be because of the weather changing. Cooler temperatures may have affected fishing. If any fishermen come in here, let me know. Does that play a key role in it? I'm sure it plays a factor. I think this thing turned off the comments where in case somebody leaves one, it ain't gonna let me see it. You never know how to set this thing. One way it works one time, next time it works that way. I don't know. Drives me nuts. I did see a bass earlier right down below me, but he wouldn't bite. I don't know if he wasn't hungry or what. I don't know. We might try next second reel. See if we can figure out where they're biting at. Probably biting on around through yonder, but I mean, if I go out through there, then I can't use the tripod because we can't get nowhere to set it up. That's one thing I love about sitting up here. I can sit level and use the tripod. Of course, if my dad was alive today, stepdad, anyways, not my real dad, he's alive. But my stepdad, he'd be like, "Well, you ain't gonna catch nothing if you don't leave it in the water. Quit throwing it in and out." He was a good man, though. He just didn't believe in uh, foolishness, as far as I guess you could call it. You know, he didn't believe in spending money to go on vacations. He thought that was foolish. Uh, he didn't believe in, if say you like fishing, throwing your reel in and out a bunch of times. He believed in throwing the water in the water and leaving it. You're like, "Well, I ain't getting no bites." He's like, "Well, you ain't going to if you don't leave it in the water." So he'd fuss at us for that. He was the first person I ever seen, though. He had a broken leg, and we was in the middle of building a house, and he wanted to get it started, and he laid, I don't know, I guess it was 900 and some block with a broken leg. We'd have to carry him the mud and carry over everything over to him. But he'd lift them up, he'd set them where they needed to get where them to go. I mean, he laid the block and built that house with a broken leg. He was a he was a go. He was one like me. He didn't believe in sitting. You had to be doing something always. Even when I don't feel good, I got to get out and do something. I just can't sit there. It just drives me crazy. Although I did fall asleep yesterday, and that's the reason why I didn't get to watch anybody's channel much and stuff yesterday. And I fell asleep, and I ended up sleeping for. I thought I was laying down for an hour, and ended up laying down for 4. But you know, when you're sick, you lose that track of time. You know, your body don't know it's only been an hour or 4 hours. You're just exhausted, and you just lay down. That's what I did yesterday. Thought it would knock some of this stuff out, but got up this morning and I'm like, well, I don't feel no better. Yeah, I bet you got my worm, you little sucker. No, you didn't get it. You bit good there. Let's go right back there in that area and see what we can come up with. I guess that big C virus is going to be a thing every year. You're just going to catch different strands of it every year off and on. I guess it's here to stay and it ain't never going nowhere. And every time you turn around, a person's going to be sick. This thing didn't want to let me go live a while ago. Now it's not wanting to. If anybody's left a comment, it ain't wanting to show any comments. So I don't know what it's doing. Hey, well, there's something bubbling by my bobber. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's a fish or a turtle. I'm thinking it's another turtle. And it's interfering with the fishing today, along with whatever causing them not wanting to bite. There is times they get to where they don't want to bite, but it was doing really good. Then all of a sudden they just up and quit every time. I mean, that's crazy. Let's try back over this side. Keep trying different places. We had him there, but we let him get away. Did you see that? He took it way under too and let him get away. I wasn't paying attention. That was my fault on that one. I should have had that one. As good as he hit, I should have had him. I let that one get away. He probably got the worm. I would say he probably got the worm because I mean he hit hard. I'm not seeing no worm. I do. There's a little piece. There's still enough. One thing about it, we can't catch them. We'll beat them to death with that big bobber. But I can see that one. I couldn't see the other one. Seems like they're biting real close to the bank today, though. Instead of out more open in the water, they've been biting more to the bank. I don't know why. Something moved it there a minute ago, right there. I don't think it's gonna bite too good enough to get on there. They don't seem like they're biting out in the middle of the pond. Come on now. What's wrong with you? Come on, little fishies. At least let me catch one. Won't be so embarrassing. You hate to do something and not catch nothing. You know what I mean? Like fishing. You at least want to catch one. If I'd have got that big bass, I'd have just been happy with that today. But he laughed at me and left. I would love to see what the biggest bass is in this pond. According to what everybody tells me, the ones I keep talking to, they keep telling me they've got some nice sized ones out of here, but they don't never tell me how much or when or nothing like that. They just said, well, around the bend, and I hear that, and down by the sign, and hear exactly, where they were at and all that. Give you a precise. I guess they don't want you to hit their little honey hole, which bass move around so much you don't ever know on them. I'd say they all do, but bass really do. They just go around the bank scooping up what they can and everything else. Go away, Nat. You went right in my mouth. Ugh, bugs are awful. At least I ain't got you staring at the fence today. I at least turned you towards the water today. I do apologize about last week. I did not notice it was at the fence. I'm sure somebody told me I just didn't pay attention. I've been having phone and internet issues and it's driving me crazy. These companies want to sell you a service plan and then turn around and sometimes not do what they're supposed to. And but I got it. We got the home internet all straightened up. Happy with the company we got now, and just working on cell phones as far as seeing what's out there. If anybody knows of a good carrier and provider where you don't lose service and stuff like that, if you could put it in the comments of who you use, I'd sure be willing to check it out because I've been frustrated with mine the last, oh, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks. Because every time you turn around, I'm supposed to have unlimited everything. And every time I turn around, I ain't got no data and there's stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's up with that? Unlimited means unlimited. I can't help it that we're at 200 gigs. That's not my problem. You know, if it would have said unlimited to a certain amount, then we could have talked something different. But it didn't say that. It just says unlimited. To me, unlimited is unlimited. Not because you decide I'm unlimited. You want to unlimited me now? No, 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 no. That don't work. So sometimes you have to, you know, argue with a company. I don't like to. I'm not easy to get along with. I just don't want to feel like I'm being took advantage of either. Oh, come on, little fishies. Maybe we'll hook one in a minute. I don't know. It's not looking too promising today. I don't know what this thing's doing. It showed somebody, showed a comment, but it took it right away. If you came in, I appreciate you coming in. We've not caught nothing. I did hook a big bass, but it laughed at me and left. Spit the hook right out. I didn't get him in, so count him. Oh my goodness, look at that big old bird. What in the world is that thing? There's a big old bird over there. See it? Hope you can see it. It just landed in the water. Wow. Oh, now he's taking back off again. He's over on the bank. Big old bird. Stay over there, buddy. I don't feel like fighting birds today. You'd probably win. Sounds like geese behind me. They must be at the other side of the pond. We got a nibble there. I don't know what they're doing today. They're not biting yet. I don't know if it'll pick up a little bit directly or what. I should have brought some cough drops so you guys could hear me better. I do apologize. I didn't plan on getting sick. I hate this. And when you work in a hospital like my son does, you can't help it. You end up catching it. I don't blame him. I just deal with it and go on. There ain't nobody's fault. You can't do it. I mean, even the people sick, I don't blame them. They can't help it. They ended up with it. Just a horrible thing. Man, it's either too big or too little to get on the hook. Or just wanting to steal my worm. Probably just wanting to steal my worm. They've been doing that a lot this morning too. I bet he got the worm too. He was hitting it pretty good, wasn't he? Yeah, he didn't get it all. There's a little bit on there. Let's try and feel about it one more time. If not, we'll put a worm on. We're gonna try to see if they'll bite it without putting the worm on. I saved my worms from last week, put them in a container, and I thought they would keep for a week. It hadn't been that hot. Left them outside sitting down in the flower bed underneath the tomato plants where it'd be in the cool, and every one of them died. I had to buy more worms today. I was fishing one day, went to cast my reel, and half my reel come apart and went right out in the water with the reel. All I had in my hand was like a 2 foot fishing pole, and the rest of it was sitting down at my bobber. How in the world it came apart and flew across the water, I have no idea. Oh, I missed him, dang it. He was running with it too. He got back for more though. I bet he got that little piece. Oh, it would have been nice to caught him. We missed him though. We'll give him another second. Give him a little more bite. Right. We'll try him again. See if we can get him. I bet he got it all. He did. Darn it. He got it. That's all right. We'll give him a fresh worm. Maybe that's what they need to get biting, the new worm. I like buying the worms better than I do the night crawlers. You get more. The worms you get 30, night crawlers you get 12. And I'd rather use the little red worms. Seems like they stay on your reel better. They don't pull it off as much. Of course, then again, these little fish have got smart over the years, I guess, and they're hard to catch. Okay, worm, hold still. I'm gonna stab myself with the hook trying to get the worm on. All right, you don't want to go that way. We'll go the other way. Oh, come on. I can't even get a worm on today, guys. I can tell you one thing about being sick this time, though. I've had that C word about 5 times, and this time here, it's really kicked my butt. It throws you off balance and everything with this strand that I've got. Your coordination's off and everything. Oh, come on, stay on there. But I played it smart, brought me a rag to wipe my fingers, and we don't have so much crud on them. I gave him a good little worm. Oh, come on. A little wiggly part. That way he's got something to notice there, and maybe they'll bite better now. Let's see what they do. If I don't beat them to death. There's a wiggly part of that worm. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. That's a bite there. But I still missed him. So I wasn't ready. I was trying to close the worms up, keep the sun out of them. There's Buddy really smart. I think I got him, guys. Nah, he got out. Son of a gun. Did you see that? Dang it. I had him. Darn it. Yeah, I know, dude. You messed up my worm. He just about got it all, too, boy. We're going to try to go right back there and see if we can't get him. Straighten the reel up, though. Want to be stupid. About right in there, was it? I think. About right in that area somewhere. I'll put it about right there. I think that's a good spot. They usually buy pretty good right in here. But like I said, with the weather changing and these turtles and stuff being out may have interfered with it today. Because usually they're fighting better than that. Whatever that is hitting pretty hard. And maybe another bass. Well, that'd be nice. He may have got the worm and them two good hits. He did hit it good, didn't he? He was hitting it pretty good. He about got it all. I can't tell if that's a worm or what that is. There's a piece on there. Let's try it one more time. I just can't get coordinated enough to catch him today. Evidently, he hit it good. Come on, Bugs. Quit. Leave me alone. I bet he got it that time, though. Yep, he got it. He got it. That's all right. We'll put another one on. I think I'm not. I'm fishing. I think I'm just feeding the fish. Instead of fishing, I'm feeding them. Come on now. The only problem with these little worms, they put them in these containers. They're so small. Some of the ends of them, you can't hardly get it to hook on the hook. I wished I had some good hooks with the claw back like they used to have years ago. You got them hooks years ago with the hook with a claw on the back of it. You didn't lose too many fish. These ones nowadays, that's on here that I've got, they don't have that back claw, and you miss a fish like crazy because of the extra little claw in the back. Give you that extra lunge you need. I think we finally caught one, guys. If we can get him in, we actually got one this time. There we go, guys. Finally, I finally caught one. There it is. I slowly bounced off. Hold on. Here, you quit flopping, I'll put you back in the water. You want to kill yourself? You gotta end up killing yourself. I'm just trying to put you back in the water, buddy. Yeah, go back in the water. Go back. And there was a big old bass move when I just threw him in there, guys, right in these rocks. And I'm gonna try for a second to see if I can hook it. He probably won't bite, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyways. He went right toward that popper. Let's see if he'll come. He's probably the one that's been scaring off the fish in that corner in the public. It was a big one too. It's a pretty good size one right down here. I wish you could see down in the water, but I had to tilt my phone afraid I'll drop it in the water. That was probably what was biting right here. And it stowed my bait. Something's moving it now. Darn it. And of course, I got to get hooked in the grass. Darn it. Oh, yeah, it took most of the worm. He wasn't biting, he was just pushing on the side of it. We're going to go right back here and see if we can't do something. Right at the edge of them rocks. It'd be nice to scoop up a big bass. There he goes biting something else. I don't know if it's him. Something bit it. Come on now. Well, they bit it one time and stopped. I think that big bass is just hanging around there. He's not biting, but he's sitting there hanging around, keeping them from biting. I'm beginning to wonder. I believe that's what he's doing. It ain't biting, but it's keeping them from biting. I missed him, guys. I pulled it a little too late. I missed him 2 or 3 times, didn't I? He was on there then. He was on there. I felt him. But I lost him. You son of a gun. I bet he got the worm. And that'd be my fault on that one because I just sit there and reflex too late. Yeah, he got it. He got it all. That was my own fault on that one. We'll try it again, Dan. I was hoping that big old bass would bite, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's just trying to keep them from eating. It's got a good wiggly worm on it this time. If anything's in that area, it'll see it wiggle. Put it about right there out of that, away from the bank just a little bit. Oh, come on, fishies. It'd be nice to catch a few. I missed him again, guys. Darn it. Time I get it reeled to try to catch them, they done stopped and took off. That's a good bite right there. I don't know what that thing's saying. It's got all kinds of words down it. I don't know if it's messages or what. I can't tell. If you come in, I'm sorry. I can't read and see the messages, guys. The other phone's acting stupid and won't let me set it up. I can read along with it. And this one, I've got that angle propped so I don't flip to where you can't see nothing. I think he got the worm and have a couple of bites. Oh, he stole that hook clean. I want you to look at that. Them couple of bites. He robbed that worm completely off there. You little suckers are mean today. Couple of bites, boy. If you don't get them, you can forget it. I was trying to look at the screen, not paying to the fishing. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have to change this from fishing with Tony to watching Tony feed the fish. Because Tony's not been doing too great. One so far, and that's it. And I don't know how many worms. We're gonna pay attention to it this time. So we can't catch another one. This is getting ridiculous. Seems like though, if you don't get right back in the perfect spot where they was already biting, they ain't gonna bite. I don't know why. It's like they ain't gonna move over a foot to try to come and eat. And I'm not listening for you playing. I hear you, but I'm not gonna stop and turn around because if I do, that'll be the time they bite and I'll miss it again. He hit hard. He took it way under and I missed it. That was probably a bass. The way that hit right there, that felt like a bass. That didn't feel like no bluegill there. Yeah, that didn't feel like a bluegill there. That was probably a bass the way he pulled that way under. He just about stripped. He did strip the worm off. One little piece left. That was a bass, boy. Gotta be. The way he took that worm and hit it one good hit, it was gone after one bite. Yeah, I'm gonna say that we had a bass there. I try to feed the worm out of different ways, zigzag back and forth, and I'll feed it up the hook some and try to get it to where it stays on better. But once them big old fish grab a hold of that worm, most of the time they can pull them right off the hook. Especially these kind of hooks. Like I said, they're not the old timey hooks. I had them in some of them old timey hooks in my tackle box that whoever helped herself take. Yeah, there goes a big bass right there, guys. A big one. He's about a foot long. Right there he is. I'm gonna try to catch him. He's right in that hole right there. I was telling you, it's right in there, right in there, guys. See if he'll bite. He's about a foot and a half long. He's a big old sucker. I just seen him move. That's what's going on there. Turtles and bass. He's right there on top of the rock now. They never bite though when you see them like that. They'll look at it, but they won't bite it. I'll try to wiggle it around a little bit. He sees it moving down there, he might bite it. We'll give it a minute to sit there. I bet he never bites it. Come on, buddy. I seen you. Yeah, he's not going to bite it. All right. I think it's what hit it a while ago, and that's what took the worm off. Go. There's some nice sized bass in here. If you can catch them, that's the problem. Catch him. There he goes, right in front of me again. Son of a gun. He's just playing right there in that water. Darn it. He ain't gonna bite. I went right over top of him. He's going back towards me now, but he ain't gonna bite it. He's going all around right there, guys. I wish I could hold the phone and show it to you. Well, you couldn't see in the water anyway. But he's right there. The water is really low today. You can see all the rocks today. We used to go years ago. They made it. I don't know if they still make them. They made a little 3-prong stabber thing, and you could take and you could buy one of them little, looked like a little pitchfork, and you used it to go gigging for frogs. And you could add one of them, man, you could have stabbed him with it. But I don't want to kill him because I don't want to. I ain't gonna eat him. If I was eating him, I wouldn't have cared to. I can remember one time my stepdad took me out gigging with that thing, trying to gig frogs. Boy, you got to be good at that. I fell in that 3 or 4 times down on my head trying to gig a frog. Fell out of the boat one time trying to gig a frog from the bank. And we went bullfrog gigging and we eased down. We had a little metal canoe that was real, you could go in real shallow water. We take that little canoe and we just go up down the bank, push off the barely pushed it from the water, get it to move. We take that thing and we go gigging with frogs, run trot lines in it and everything. We used that old boat for a long time. It's probably still sitting in my mother's in the woods. Well, it's my aunt's place now. She kind of helped herself to it when Mama died, but that's all right. See, they'll bite one time and they'll stop. I'm thinking it's that bass that's keeping them messed up right there. That and they steal your worm and they can't do nothing. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. If anybody's in. So far, we're not doing too great. We've caught one. We've lost, I don't know how many. We feel like crap, but we're better off sitting there than at all. We're missing fish when they bite. And if I don't get it right back in the same place, they don't bite. We'll try at the edge of the rocks, right here, about the edge of the rocks. See if anything's at the edge of the rocks today. Ooh, nice hit. Nice hit. Missed him, but a nice hit. I begin to think I got too many sinkers on that, and it's causing it to float and move too much when I just barely hit it. Yeah, you quit biting now too. He got majority of the worm. He ain't got it all yet. He ain't got it all. He is going to like that though, ain't he? That's a good hit. One good hit. He probably got the worm because there wasn't much left. Wasn't much left. We'll find out in a minute. We're gonna move it there. Let it sit there. You think he got the worm? I think he got the worm because he just hit that one time and quit. So I think he got the worm, and I'd be right. There's a little piece left, but not enough to where you can't see all the hook and all that stuff. Seems like if they see the hook, any at all, this fish in this pond will not bite. We're going to give him a little more worm. Oh, come on. Provided I get my hook to the worm. Hold still, buddy. Oh, what are you doing? I can't even get a hook on today. I mean, a worm on today, guys. Oh, come on. This worm stretched out and started moving because I went to put him on. Now the hook won't want to go in him. I want to leave him wiggling though, so that way the fish will bite quicker. Or hopefully they'll bite quicker. I don't know if they will. I don't know if it makes a difference. I'm sure it does. Shows them something wiggling. I give them a little extra this time to see if they'll bite better. So we'll see what it does. It may not make a difference. It might make a difference. I don't know. That's like someone asked me, said, well, what do you fish for? Well, I fish for whatever it's biting. If it's biting, I'm fishing for it. I don't care what it is. I don't set out to fish for one certain thing, though. I just fish for whatever bites, whatever sits and wants to come onto the hook. If it's biting, I'm fishing for it. You know what I mean? Well, I might be trying for it. I won't fish for it because I can't catch it. That one there I should have had. I think so, sometimes too when these cars go over this scope, it scares the fish because it vibrates the culvert. That sound that scares them a little bit. Please tell me he didn't get that worm that quick. He only hit it one time. He didn't get it, but he tore it off the hook. Well, it's not too bad, is it? I think it'd be all right, buddy. I think we can throw it right back out there. We'll go over that way with it. Try again. Maybe something will be out this way. Seems like every time it clouds up, too, they quit biting. But if the sun comes out for a moment, then they bite again. I don't know if they're having a hard time seeing through the water or what. I don't know. It's not murky. Looks pretty clear overall. He had it. I missed him trying to roll backwards. Kind of hard to see the floater the way the glare of the water is. You don't know for sure if they're biting or not. You just hope they are. Keep yanking. I'll be darned. That son of a gun. He probably got the worm now. He hit it good, though. About 4 times. I don't know what in the world. I didn't catch him. Yeah, he got it. He got it all. Son of a gun. See what I'm saying? I'm not fishing. I'm just feeding them. I think next week I might try to go to the other pond. Give this one a break. And give me a break from this pond. Evidently, these fish just want to play. They're not wanting to get caught. They're just wanting to eat your bait and run. Which it ain't the fish's fault. I can't keep missing. I can tell you my balance is off today, though, so it could be my reflexes. Because I'm definitely not on my game. I'm even wobbly when I walk today, bad. I'm probably a little bit dehydrated, but it is what it is. You know, a person can't just sit in the house just because you don't feel well 24/7. You know what I mean? I can, anyways. I like to be outside. All right, guys, we're going to give it another shot over in that corner. See what happens. I think we done had a bite. And maybe it wasn't. I don't know if it was or what. At least all that junk has gone down the pond. It's not up here pulling all that out today. That's one good thing about the day. I ain't got all that crap to deal with. Wow, that was a good bite. Probably got my worm, but that was a good bite. That was a good bite. He probably got the worm. They pull him off quick. Dang mosquitoes trying to bite me in the ear. I'm gonna roll it in a minute. I may have to recheck one. He probably got the bait next week. They've been pretty quick on still in the bait today. No, he didn't get it all. He got a lot of it. He got a lot of it. If I'd have felt better, I'd have went out and recorded a cemetery today, because it's a lot cooler than walking and doing that filming. When it's cool like this, it's a lot easier. But I just don't feel like walking today. I've got a couple coming up that's pretty good ones already recorded. It's a good thing I recorded ahead when I knew I started feeling bad and was getting sick. There he goes, guys. Missed him again, son of a gun. I got him that time. It's a bluegill. I thought it was a bass. Dang it. A nice bluegill, though. Look at that one, guys. That's a nice size one right there. Now, if you was eating them, that'd be the size you want right there. It'd be good if you like fish. These are good eating. My mama used to catch them, and she would always clean them, and she would fry them in cornmeal and flour, I think. But she'd roll them in egg first. And you talk about good fish when they are filleted good and the bones is out of them. Now that's good eating. But I don't fish for that anymore. I don't now that she's not around and stuff. The only fish I eat is Long John Silver's or Captain D's. That's my seafood restaurants. That's where I catch my fish from to eat. I catch them with anymore. It used to be a $5 or $6 meal. Now it's like $10. Times has changed. Just in a year or two, though, that's sad. Prices went up so much. Of course, I don't think you can eat anywhere anymore now for at least not under $10. They're $12 a person anymore. And I mean, I'm talking any place. You just pick one. It's gonna cost you that. Them days of $5 meals, I think's over with. And it's amazing how them uh, dollar and some cent hamburgers now, and it's $2 and $3 now for the cheap hamburgers. It's crazy. Because I don't like eating how much anymore, anyways. I'd just assume eat at home, can of tuna or something. I wish one of them big bass would bite again. We're probably gonna have to go back out in the area we was at. I just don't know why they're not biting up here where the water's rolling through though, because normally they're tearing it up right here. Can't get it back over where I was at. We'll try it. I don't know if they'll do any good right there or not. Might be out too far. Got a feeling we're out too far. We're gonna have to go over to the bank or we'll give it just a minute. Yeah, we're out too far. We're gonna have to get out to the bank. Might try this other side in a few minutes. I want to try back over there where I was at though. See if we can't hook another one. We've caught two. That's better than none. That's what everybody says. Well, if you only got one person in on the live stream, well, one's better than none. You know, I mean, hey, I'll take one any day before I will none. It's always better when you got somebody else with you. If one's better than none, two's better than one. That's just the way it works out. That last fish had a lot of fishy smell to it, though. Now my hand smells like a fish. About one. See how we was getting bites when it was sunny? Now the sun's gone and the bites have stopped, ceased again. That's what keeps happening. I don't know. It's because the sun's not out or what. So I don't know if they can't see the worm. I don't know. Water might be a little dark. I don't know if fish can see underwater or not. But you have to ask one of them scientists or something. Bites are few and far between today, though, compared to the first week I came out. But yeah, you got to realize too, we're getting later in the year, and I don't know when the fish stop biting. I know there's a period that they stop for a while. I know during the winter months they don't bite as well. They're down deep trying to stay out of the frozen water. Boy, it's getting dead, dude. I don't know. This is not good today, guys. Not good fishing today. I mean, I missed a bunch. I know that, but still, they should be biting better than that. I've been good bait today. I mean, I missed a bunch today, but still. Go on, bugs. Leave me alone. Mosquitoes eat you alive out here today. They must like the cooler temperatures. There goes that big old bird. Dang. Had a big long beak and a weird looking head. Might have been batting. I don't know. Come on, fishies. Just bite now. Give me a little bite. Come on. Mama used to say you have to talk to the fish. You talk to them and you tell them, come on. I'm getting bored. Well, this is getting boring as crap, guys. If you're watching, I'm sure you're getting bored watching. I know I'm getting bored what's doing it. I don't know why they're not biting. We was getting good bites, and all of a sudden they ceased to assist or whatever. There's bubbles over there where I just threw my floater. I don't know if they're gonna bite there or not. Something's nibbling around it. Yeah, rings around my bobber. So I'm barely playing with it. Not biting it, but playing with it. Thought if I moved it, maybe they might take action about it. I don't know how long we've been on here already. They ain't biting too well. It seems like it. Give it a few more minutes, they don't start biting. We're gonna call her quit. Give up on this one. I don't think he's going to catch much anymore. Well, we got a bite right off the bat, guys. Threw it in and got a bite. Missed him twice. That was where we needed to be, I guess. Yeah, he probably got the bait. He hit it hard twice in a row. Wow, man. You got to be kidding me. He got it. No, he didn't get it all. We're going to go back over there. We can get in there. That was a good hit right off the bat. Ah, dang it. Not that area. Trying to right back over there if I can get it back over to where I was at. Right in there is where it was at. Probably with a bass when you let him get away. They've been staying at the banks. Probably only going to get another bite in that area. It was right down that area. We don't get some in a minute, we're just going to call her quits and just give it up for the day. I ain't going to sit here all day trying to catch nothing. That's about what we're getting today. We had a good bite just because I threw it in there a minute ago. And all of a sudden, don't want to bite again. That might be what they're waiting on me to give up. Just call it quits for the day. Dang it. I missed him. You see that, guys? Snugging right in the bushes trying to get in. I missed him, but we're going to try to go right back in there. A little further out, but it's close. We'll try it right back in there again. I think sometimes you land in their nest when you throw it over towards the bank. That's why they hit it right away, because you land in their nest. Come on, bugs. I can't see. Get out of my eyes. See, they bite one time and then they stop. So I don't know if the bigger fish has moved in or if we didn't land it back in the same spot. Seems like they want you to land it right back in the same spot each time. Or if you don't, then they don't bite it. That's a good spot right there. Perfect spot. Let's give him a minute out there. I'll get a drink of water. We're going to definitely give him a minute. I'm going to get a drink. That's like a hot drink of water. I didn't bring any cooler with me because it wasn't that hot. So I figured the water would be just cool, just drinking at room temperature or outside temperature, whatever. There he goes, guys. He's taking it again. We let him take off with it, but we didn't get him. Well, you see if he'll do it again. Wonder if he got the worm. You think he got the worm? He hit it pretty good there, didn't he? Yeah, I don't think he got it all. Not enough of it to worry about. I like it when you throw it in and they nail it right away when you first throw it back in the water. Oh, it's a turtle. Did you see its head right in front of my bobber come up? There's a turtle right there. A dang turtle. He's right in front of my floater, about 2 feet. There's a dang turtle right out there, though. He's playing with it there. Something is. Something moved him. Tried to take off with it, but then I yanked it, and then they quit. If they come back to it. Hit the other reels, guys. I got them sitting there just in case I need them. Something's hooked on my bobber. What the heck is going on there? Yeah, he got the bait. I figured that. I missed him there. I figured he had the bait. Man, I swear half these worms don't even look like they're grown up. They put more than 30 in there, though. This thing is full of them. I wonder when they sell worms like that if somebody actually sits there and counts them out. That would be a boring job. What do you do for a living? I count worms. That would not be a boring job. But you know what? If that guy didn't do that, though, I wouldn't have no fishing worms. Or lady or whoever does it. Because I can't dig no worms where I live. If I was to dig a hole in my yard, my landlord would have a fit. All I do where I live is live. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do. I'm not allowed to plant nothing. Well, I put tomatoes in it anyway, but I'm not supposed to plant nothing. I'm not allowed to pull weeds. I'm not allowed to mow. I'm not allowed to do nothing. Just live. Okay, guys, we're gonna try again. We've had no odds today. Our odds has been very slim as far as catching. Now this is gonna have to straighten up because I'm tired of it. I want to fish now. Come on. I'm fixing to call it quits and go home. And there's a turtle right in front of me. See him right there? Right there where I just landed. It's a turtle. It's a turtle. That's why I'm not catching nothing. He's all dang turtles. Turtles are everywhere. We catch a turtle. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. If it's a big one, he can have the reel. It's a little one, I might fool with him, but I ain't fooling with no big one. No, no, no. I always heard if they get on your reel, it either has to come a thunder or something, lightning or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's you got to hear thunder or something before they'll let it go. What I've always heard, I don't know. I know the old man one time locked one onto a stick, and he was swinging that turtle in the air, trying to fly that turtle off in the air, and it would not come off that stick. So there's got to be some kind of truth to it because they won't let go. We used to find them in the road all the time and try to scoot them off to the side, try to get them to go off to the side so they wouldn't taking end up getting hit by a car. But then it never they never would they never would take and go half the time. You'd have to fool with them to get them off there. I'm trying something real quick here a minute, guys. I just seen a big bass come through again. I was trying to see if I could get him to bite. He ain't going to though. They're playing right here at the rocks. They just ain't biting. There's another turtle head right up there. See that little head dot setting up? That's a turtle. Right in there, about a couple feet back, right up. Well, he went down. That's what's going on. There's too many turtles today. That's why the fish ain't biting. I guess they're afraid they'll get bit if they try to bite. I never knew there were that many turtles in here, though. Somebody needs to come in here and catch turtles. Get some of the turtles out of here if they want to eat them. I would don't recommend catching nothing and keeping it if you ain't gonna eat it. It's not right to kill something and if you ain't gonna eat it. We was always raised if you ain't gonna eat it, don't kill it. I've just about run off the road a few times trying to miss squirrels crossing the road and stuff just to keep them hit or hit another car because you went over in their lane a hair just to keep them hitting a squirrel. I feel bad if I hit them or something or a bird. I wonder if this other side's got anything biting. There's a big old bass right there again. He ain't biting, but he's right in there. He won't bite, but he'll just keep flopping around right there. I had a jig, not a jig, but I mean a artificial bait. He's a nice one too. Nice bass, but he's not biting. He ain't biting at all. There's a good spot right there, guys. We'll just leave it out there for a few minutes. If anybody's came in, good to see you. I'm just trying to feed the fish. Ain't been biting too good. I've caught 2 bluegill and that's it. And all this time, I've been on here about an hour and 20 minutes, and I've been here an hour before that, and that's all I've caught today. Nothing wants to bite. Turtles is all over the place. Couple of big bass down here in the front won't bite. I don't think they're hungry. I think between the fish and the turtles, they're keeping the bluegills and whatever else might bite away today. The bigger fish are. We're fixing to wrap it up and just call it quits, dude. And just be done with it today because it's not going to happen today. Seems like it's the time of day they quit biting or something. I don't know what's going on. Got me puzzled today on this pond. See, there's a lot of bubbling going on right there. There's another one. I think we're just going to wrap it up. Just call it quits and be done with it for the day. They're not biting, and I'm trying to fool with them. Trying to fool with them today. That big old bass is hanging out right in here. There he is again, and he will not bite that at all. If I could hit him on there, it'd be worth it. There you go, right back out in the deep again. There's two of them right there. There's another one right in there. Neither one of them bite. Neither one of them's wanting to bite today. So he's right beside my reel. Yeah, we're just gonna call it, guys. I'm tired of fooling with it. I don't feel good today. They're not biting. There ain't no need for me to keep staying here. I'll just end the stream in a minute and call her quits. I've been on there for over an hour and fishing for over a couple hours. And nothing's wanting to bite today. We're gonna wrap it up, guys. Get everything gathered up. Tell y'all folks have a great day and call her quits. Let me get my chair gathered. Let me close this thing down. Whoops, sorry about flipping you guys over. Didn't mean to do that. See if everybody's in. I'm going to be flipping you back over a moment. Hold on. This stupid thing. There it is. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to do that to you. Trying to get everything gathered up. Get ready and call her a day. I appreciate everybody coming in. It did. And yeah, we're going to end this. All right, I appreciate it. I see Cemetery Jen's been in here. I don't know who else. Cross Over Paranormal. Thank you for coming in. Bluegrass Paranormal. Thanks for coming in. Kirsten Jones, thanks for coming in. Tackerline, thanks for coming in. The Bud Faust, thanks for coming in. And Cheryl Peterson, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you all. Sorry we're not catching nothing today. I don't know what's up with the fishing. I'm going to read some comments and as I walk to the car. But I do appreciate everybody that came in. Give me just a minute, try to get to the car. And the phone's going dead on top of everything else, guys. So if I lose you, I do apologize. Trying to make sure everything. I do apologize about not being able to talk much today. I've been down with a crud, as I guess you guys can tell. Give me just a minute to get this stuff to the car. I'm so out of breath, I can't even hardly move. Give me just a second, guys. Get everything in the car here. All right. We did make it to the car. Thank goodness. I hope I get to feeling better too, Jim. Because right now I don't feel too great. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you all coming in, spending some time with me. And sorry about we didn't catch no fish much. But anyways, I'm going to end this. And please enjoy the rest of your day. All right, bye.